Before you fall asleep tonight, pause for a moment. This day may have been long, heavy, or quietly exhausting, but you are still here, still breathing, still held. You did not carry yourself through today alone. God carried you through every unseen moment, every silent struggle, every small victory you almost forgot. Now, before your eyes close, this is not the time to replay your worries or fix what can wait until morning. This is a sacred moment to lay everything down. Let your heart slow, let your thoughts rest, and let gratitude rise gently. Tonight, come as you are. God is here, and you are safe to rest. As the noise of the day begins to fade, let us move gently into a deeper stillness together. Tonight, you do not need to be strong anymore. You do not need to explain yourself, prove anything, or carry the weight of unfinished thoughts. This moment is different. This is not just another habit before sleep, not empty words spoken out of routine. This is a sacred pause, a quiet crossing from the rush of the day into the resting presence of God. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Allow your body to realize that it is finally safe to rest. The day you just lived may have asked too much of you. It may have left your mind crowded with conversations, decisions, and emotions that never had time to settle. But right now, you're invited to lay all of that down. Not tomorrow, not later, now. You are not meant to carry the whole day into the night. God never asked you to. As you breathe out, imagine releasing every heavy thought, every quiet worry, every pressure you kept hidden. Let them fall gently into God's hands, where they belong. This is the moment to close the day with intention, to acknowledge that you are ending this chapter not alone, but held. God has been present in every hour you just lived, even in the moments you barely noticed. And now, His presence surrounds this moment of rest as well. There is no rush here, no demand, only an invitation to be still and to be near. Let your heart slow its pace. Let your thoughts lose their sharp edges. Allow gratitude and trust to quietly replace tension. As this day comes to an end, rest in the truth that you are seen, known, and cared for. Tonight, you are not collapsing into sleep from exhaustion. You are entering rest in the presence of God, and that makes all the difference. With your body now settling into stillness, your heart is ready to gently look back on the day that has just passed. Tonight is not for judging yourself or replaying every mistake. It is a quiet invitation to notice, to remember the small moments that filled your hours, the steps you managed to take, and the strength that carried you further than you expected. Thank God for what you were able to do today, even if it feels ordinary. For the tasks completed, the words spoken with care, the moments you kept going when it would have been easier to stop. None of it was unseen. And now, bring before God the parts of the day that feel unfinished, the conversations that did not go as planned, the patience you wish had lasted longer, the goals you did not reach. Instead of holding regret, offer gratitude. Thank Him for protecting you even when things fell short, for guiding you through moments you barely understood, for keeping you when your best felt small. Grace has been present even there. As this day closes, allow forgiveness to enter quietly. Forgive yourself for being human, for learning as you go, for not having all the answers. You were never meant to be perfect, only faithful in showing up. Then, gently release anyone who may have hurt or disappointed you today. You do not need to carry their words or actions into the night. Place them in God's hands, where justice and mercy meet in ways your heart does not have to solve. This is how the soul becomes light again. Gratitude softens the sharp edges of the day. Forgiveness loosens what has been gripping your heart. Tonight, You are not taking resentment, fear, or unfinished thoughts to bed with you. You are choosing peace. You are choosing rest. As you let this day go, trust that God has already gathered every moment, both good and broken, and is holding them with love while you sleep. As gratitude and forgiveness gently clear the space within you, there is now room to release what still feels unresolved. Tonight, you are not asked to figure everything out. The worries that circle your mind, the plans waiting for answers, the questions that have followed you all day, they do not need your attention right now. Bring them, one by one, into the quiet presence of God. You can name them silently or simply feel their weight. Then, with intention, place them into His hands. This is not giving up. This is trusting that you do not have to carry what was never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. There is a deep freedom in admitting that control has its limits. You have done what you could today. You have thought, decided, tried, and endured. Now the night invites you to stop striving. God does not grow tired. He does not sleep or lose awareness. While your body rests, His care remains fully awake, watching over what concerns you with a wisdom far greater than your own. Nothing you are worried about will be neglected in His presence. Let your grip loosen. The need to manage every outcome, replay every scenario, and prepare for every possible tomorrow can rest for now. You are allowed to be held. You are allowed to trust that what is unfinished tonight will still be there tomorrow, met with fresh grace and clearer light. As you breathe out, imagine releasing control, not all at once, but gently, layer by layer. Choose to sleep in surrender, not in tension. There is no peace in carrying burdens through the night. There is peace in knowing who holds them when you let go. God is already at work in ways you cannot see, shaping answers, opening paths, and guarding what matters to you. Your role tonight is simple. Rest, breathe, trust. As your thoughts begin to slow, allow this truth to settle deeply within you. You are not falling asleep in uncertainty. You are resting in faith. You are not escaping your worries. You are placing them where they are safest. Let the night hold you, and let God remain awake for you. With your worries now resting in God's care, your heart can turn toward the quiet safety of the night. As darkness settles around you, remember that the night is not an empty space to fear. It is a place watched over, a time held gently in God's hands. Invite His peace to fill your mind, to calm the thoughts that try to wander and disturb your rest. Let every anxious image fade. Let every racing thought slow. Ask God to guard your inner world, to wrap your mind in a stillness that feels steady and kind. Pray for a sleep that is free from fear, a sleep untouched by heavy dreams or sudden trivage thoughts that steal rest. If your heart has known nights of restlessness, let this one be different. Ask God to stand watch over your sleep, to keep your dreams gentle, your breathing steady, your body relaxed. You are not drifting into darkness alone. You are being led into rest by the one who never leaves. Place your body under God's protection. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet, invite His covering. Let tension ease from your muscles. Let fatigue soften without fear. Pray for healing to move quietly through you as you sleep, reaching places that words cannot touch. Pray for your soul as well, that deep places within you would find safety, renewal, and peace in God's presence. Allow your spirit to be comforted by this truth. While the world grows quiet and your senses rest, God remains near. He guards what you cannot see. He watches over every breath you take. The night does not mean absence. It means shelter. It means being kept in a stillness where nothing demands from you. Let your heart rest in that assurance. You do not need to stay alert. You do not need to listen for danger. God is your watchman. His care does not fade with the setting sun. As you surrender to sleep, trust that you are surrounded by His protection, held through the hours of darkness, and prepared for a new morning. Tonight, rest without fear, sleep without tension. The night belongs to God, and you belong safely within His keeping. As you rest in the safety of God's watchful care, your heart can now gently turn outward toward those you love. Tonight, lift your family into God's presence. Some of them are near, some may be far, some resting under the same roof, others carried only in your thoughts. Pray that peace would settle over each of them as they sleep. Ask God to quiet their minds, ease their burdens, and surround them with the same protection He has given you. Let His peace move through every room, every home, every place where your loved ones lay their heads to rest. Bring before God the relationships that feel fragile or unresolved, the words that were not said, the misunderstandings that still linger, the distance that feels heavy in your heart. You do not need to fix them tonight. Place them gently into God's hands. Trust Him with what feels too complex, too tender, or too painful to carry alone. While you sleep, God can soften hearts, restore what is strained, and begin healing in ways you cannot see. Pray also for those you love who are hurting in quiet ways, the pain they do not speak about, the fears they keep hidden, the exhaustion they carry silently. Ask God to bring healing during the night, reaching places where conversation and advice cannot go. Let His presence move through their bodies, their minds, and their spirits with a gentle power that brings renewal and comfort. This is the beauty of the night. When your strength ends, God's work does not. While you rest, He continues to move, to guard, to heal, and to draw hearts closer to peace. You are not abandoning your loved ones to the darkness. You are entrusting them to the care of the one who loves them even more than you do. As you release them into God's hands, feel your own heart grow lighter. You are allowed to rest, knowing they are not alone. Let this assurance quiet your thoughts and ease you into sleep. Tonight, God is working in unseen ways, holding your family and your relationships in His grace while you rest in trust. With the night now wrapped in quiet trust, your thoughts no longer need to rush ahead. This is the moment to place tomorrow gently into God's hands. You do not have to plan every step or solve every challenge before you sleep. Ask God to prepare the day ahead in silence, to go before you where you cannot yet see. Let Him arrange what needs to be arranged and calm what feels uncertain. Tonight, you are not responsible for holding tomorrow together. Pray to wake with peace, not with urgency, not with a racing mind, but with a steady heart. Ask God to meet you in the first moments of the morning, before worry finds a place to settle. Let tomorrow begin with trust rather than pressure. Whatever awaits you will be met at the right time, with the strength you need in that moment. Release the need to control outcomes. The conversations you are anticipating, the decisions that feel heavy, the responsibilities waiting quietly in the distance. Place them into God's care and allow His guidance to continue while you rest. The same God who carried you through today will walk with you into tomorrow, faithful and unchanging. There is deep rest in knowing this. Tomorrow does not require your anxiety tonight. It will unfold with grace, step by step. God's work does not pause while you sleep. He continues to guide, protect, and prepare the way ahead even now. Let this truth settle your mind. You are not avoiding tomorrow by resting. You are trusting God with it. Tonight, choose not to borrow trouble from the future. Choose to sleep in confidence, knowing that tomorrow is already held in loving hands. Now, there is nothing left to prepare, nothing left to hold. This is the moment to rest fully in God's presence. Let peace be spoken gently over your heart and mind. You are safe, you are loved, you are being watched over. Nothing is required of you anymore tonight. The day has ended, tomorrow has been entrusted, and all that remains is rest. Allow these words to settle slowly, like a soft covering placed over your soul. Receive the assurance that you are not alone in the quiet. God is near, not as a distant thought, but as a steady presence surrounding you. His love is not fragile or conditional. It does not fade with your strength or your awareness. Even as your thoughts grow dim and your body relaxes, His care remains constant. You are held in a love that does not sleep. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body grow heavy with rest. Release the last traces of effort and expectation. You do not need to stay alert. You do not need to listen for anything. God's peace is guarding you, gently and completely. Every part of you, body, mind, and spirit, is allowed to rest without fear. Tonight, you are not ending with noise or emotion. You are ending with stillness, with trust, with the quiet confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. God has gathered this day, carried its weight, and now invites you to rest in His presence. There is nothing unfinished that cannot wait. There is nothing broken that cannot be held. As sleep draws closer, place yourself fully into God's hands. Let this be your final prayer. Into your care, I rest. Into your peace, I sleep. Into your love, I surrender. May the night pass gently, and may your heart remain calm and secure. Rest now. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. Before you drift into sleep, if this prayer brought you even a small sense of peace, gently support this channel by liking the video and subscribing. It helps these quiet prayers reach others who may need the same comfort tonight. Thank you for spending this sacred moment with us. May God's peace remain with you through the night, and may you rest deeply in His loving care.